What is it about donuts that has America completely under their spell? Sweet, fried, and irresistible, these circular treats have transcended mere breakfast status to become cultural icons. But could this love be hiding something deeper, something darker? The recent Dunkin' shortages in Nebraska and New Mexico have left shelves empty, customers outraged, and communities buzzing. A minor inconvenience on the surface, but is it a symptom of a much larger issue? Are donuts just a guilty pleasure, or do they reveal a profound truth about American culture? Obsession, nostalgia, even addiction. This humble pastry may be a gateway to understanding the psyche of a nation. And here's the question no one dares to ask. Is this obsession by design? Buckle up, because this story has layers and they're sweeter and stranger than you think. By the end of this video, you won't just look at donuts differently. You might look at America differently too. Let's start with the shortage that put donuts back in the spotlight and shook loyal fans to their core. Imagine walking into your favorite Dunkin' for that perfectly glazed morning pick-me-up, only to find the shelves empty. No sprinkles, no crullers, no jelly-filled delights. For customers in Nebraska and New Mexico, this nightmare became reality. But how could a simple supply chain hiccup trigger such outrage? It started with a manufacturing error, a glitch in the system that left 4% of Dunkin's US stores scrambling to restock. 4% might sound small, but for the devoted donut crowd, it was enough to make headlines.
And our final story is about donuts missing in action in America. In a turn of events that has left donut lovers scratching their heads, several Dunkin' stores across Nebraska and New Mexico were mysteriously devoid.
Frustrated customers vented on social media, their donut-less selfies going viral. But here's the twist. This wasn't just a shortage of pastries, it was a shortage of trust. Donuts, for many Americans, are more than food. They're comfort, nostalgia, and ritual. When that's taken away, it hits harder than you'd expect. And if something as simple as a donut can cause this much disruption, what does that say about the deeper role it plays in our lives? To understand why this shortage struck a nerve, we need to go back in time. Donuts didn't just appear one day. They were brought to America by Dutch settlers who called them ollekeks, or oily cakes. But these were no ordinary treats. They were the precursor to a phenomenon. By the early 20th century, donuts had become an American staple, coinciding with the rise of coffee culture. Quick, cheap, and endlessly satisfying, they were the perfect companion to a hot cup of joe. And during World War I, donut lassies served them to soldiers on the front lines, cementing their place in American hearts. But there's more to this love affair than nostalgia. Donuts represent something uniquely American: indulgence, simplicity, and accessibility. They cross boundaries, class, age, and culture. Yet, beneath the powdered sugar lies an important question. Why has this pastry become a cultural cornerstone? Is there more to their rise than meets the eye? It's not just the taste, it's the feeling. Biting into a donut is like biting into happiness. But why? Scientists say the secret lies in their perfect trifecta: sweetness, softness, and variety. It's a combination designed to make your brain light up like a pinball machine. Donuts also carry an emotional weight. For many, they're tied to fond memories. Saturday mornings with family, trips to the local shop, or a much-needed break during a tough day. This connection to nostalgia and comfort makes them more than a snack. They're a moment of joy wrapped in frosting. And here's where it gets intriguing. Is this craving natural, or is it engineered? Big brands know exactly how to trigger our taste buds and keep us coming back for more. Could our love for donuts be less about choice and more about manipulation? What if the real story is who's pulling the strings behind the scenes? Here's where things take a surprising turn. In recent years, donuts have gained a new and unexpected ally: cannabis. As more states legalize marijuana, the demand for indulgent snacks has skyrocketed, and donuts are at the top of the list. Why donuts? The answer is simple. They're sweet, portable, and instantly satisfying. For cannabis users battling the infamous munchies, they're the ultimate fix. But this trend isn't just accidental. Some businesses have leaned into the cannabis culture, creating donut flavors and marketing campaigns aimed directly at this audience. The answer lies in the donut's versatility. As a product, donuts are malleable. They can be gourmet, nostalgic, or, in this case, cannabis-friendly. Brands have adapted quickly, recognizing the buying power of cannabis users and the unique appeal of donuts in this context. Cannabis-inspired flavors and partnerships with dispensaries have created a niche market that blends indulgence with innovation. In many ways, the legalization of cannabis hasn't just driven demand for donuts. It's redefined how they're marketed and consumed, keeping them relevant in a rapidly evolving food culture. This shift highlights a deeper truth. Donuts aren't just food, they're a cultural chameleon. Whether tied to tradition, modern trends, or niche markets like cannabis, donuts have an uncanny ability to remain at the forefront of America's cravings. Donuts have evolved far beyond their humble beginnings. In today's world, they're not just food, they're a cultural and visual phenomenon. Social media platforms, especially Instagram, have given donuts a new life. Gourmet varieties with flavors like matcha, lavender, and bacon-topped maple bars aren't just snacks, they're art. People line up for hours to grab a cronut or a glazed masterpiece, not just to eat but to capture the perfect photo. In the digital age, donuts have become a statement, a way to showcase lifestyle and taste. But the cultural significance of donuts runs deeper than hashtags. From Homer Simpson's enduring love for the pink frosted donut to National Donut Day, a celebration rooted in honoring World War I's donut lassies. These pastries have woven themselves into the fabric of pop culture. They're in memes, movies, and even art installations, standing as symbols of humor, nostalgia, and connection across generations. This blending of old and new, tradition and innovation, is why donuts remain relevant today. Whether gracing Instagram feeds or bringing families together on a Sunday morning, donuts continue to evolve while maintaining their place in the hearts of millions. Donuts are far more than fried rings of dough. They've transcended their simple origins to become cultural staples, economic drivers, and even artistic creations. Over the decades, they've proven their ability to adapt, whether through the rise of gourmet flavors, their viral dominance on social media, or their newfound connection to the cannabis industry. This enduring popularity speaks to their unique place in American life. From their humble beginnings as Dutch oily cakes to their role in modern trends, donuts have continuously reinvented themselves while holding on to their universal appeal. They've brought people together, served as community anchors, and even shaped pop culture in unexpected ways. As the food landscape continues to evolve, one thing is clear: donuts aren't going anywhere. Whether enjoyed with a cup of coffee, celebrated in memes, or reimagined as a gourmet delicacy, they'll remain a part of America's story for generations to come.